Hey guys, so in 5 minutes I get the result of my final actuarial exam. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I failed it, so this probably isn't going to be a very happy video. So I left the exam 10 weeks ago, 11 weeks ago now, saying, yeah, that didn't go well. I think I failed. And in 5 minutes I'll get the official result. We have to wait forever for them to grade the exams, but like I said, we're probably 4 minutes now. Yeah, 4 minutes until we get results. So I put together this chart to show you guys what I've gone through to get to here. Unfortunately, when I turned my camera, I put my hand over the microphone, so you're gonna get a voice over here, but basically what I'm showing here is every 6 months, usually people will sit for an exam because that's how often most of them are offered. Quick side note here, sometimes people ask me if they're only offered twice a year, why don't you take more than one each sitting so that you can move faster through them? And nobody does that, and here's why. This picture shows you all of the books that were potential material that could be tested for this exam that I'm about to get the results for. So it's not every chapter from all these books, but it's many chapters from each of these books, and they can test you on anything in any of those chapters. And so it's basically like you're studying a semester's worth of material. Then you go to the exam. You have a 5-hour window where you can complete the test. Everybody that is taking this test across the US is taking it in the same 5-hour window. And then you wait 10 weeks for your results. And then they pass like 40 to 50% of you that took it. So it's a little bit crazy to try to take 2 in one sitting because you'd basically be studying as much materials in this picture, but twice as much because you'd be studying another exam as well. And the odds that you're in the top 50% if you're doing that and nobody else is, it's very slim. I sat for my first exam in spring of 2012 as a sophomore in college, and I did pass. Then fall of 2012, I'm still in college, and I decided not to sit that sitting. I had lots of other stuff going on. And for these exams, the pass rate is 40 to 50%. So a lot of people fail the exams. I just want to say that, like, to help explain why this is such a difficult and long process. Spring of 2013, I sat for my second exam, and fortunately I passed that as well. Then fall 2013, spring 2014, and fall 2014, I didn't sit at all. I just enjoyed college, I relaxed, I had fun, I did some traveling, and I knew I had enough exams to get a full-time job. Then spring 2015, I started working full-time, and unfortunately, I failed my first sitting that I took while I was working full-time. Fall 2015, I retook that exam again, and again, I failed. This was really, really tough because when you work full-time, your employer has rules of how much you have to pass in order to not get fired. So at my company, I could not fail 3 in a row. And fortunately, I did pass the next sitting. Fall 2016, I passed my exam. Spring 2017, we also have a bunch of papers we have to do. And I think I did 10 papers in the spring of 2017. And fortunately, I passed those. Fall 2017, I failed, unfortunately. But I had 3 passes, so I was in the clear at that point in terms of my company not firing me, but I still obviously need to keep passing. Spring 2018, I passed another one. Fall 2018, I passed another one. Spring 2019, I passed another one. At this point, spring of 2019, I only have 1 exam left, and I'm on a hot streak. I've had 6 out of the last 7 sittings I have passed an exam. Unfortunately, fall of 2019, I failed, and I failed. So fall 2019 was the last one I posted on YouTube. I failed just barely. You need a 6 score to pass, and I got a 5. So I could have been 1 point away from being done with my exams. Then spring 2020, I planned to resit for my final exam. Unfortunately, because of COVID, they postponed the exam to 2 days before my wedding. So I decided not to sit just because I didn't want the stress of resitting on top of the stress of a wedding. So then fall 2020, I resat again for my final exam, and the results for that will be out in like 1 minute or less. I just ordered a GoPro, so that's what's sitting on my desk. Okay, I have to look up my candidate number. Can you see? I'm shaking. I can't believe it's 9:01. I don't know my result. Usually I know it like the second it loads. My candidate ID is 48722. Ah! Okay. It's just not fun to get a, I don't want to see this result, but I have to go look. Oh my gosh, I passed. 48722, and then my number here, 48722. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. The camera won't focus. I'm so happy. It's like, we don't need to get you crying on camera. You guys, I'm not crying, but I have, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I passed. Okay, I'm like, I need to really make sure. CFE SDM 48722. I did it. I did it. I'm so glad. I hope you guys are all having a good day too. Yay. I hope that I have this right. CFE SDM, that's my exam. 48722. I passed. Yay!